Hela versus Ares. War goddess versus god of war. An epic montage unfolds. The viewer is taken through the icy realms of Helheim, where icy mists swirl around jagged mountains and shadowy figures lurk just beyond sight. The camera pans over the river Joel, its waters dark and foreboding, leading up to the towering gates of Helheim guarded by the fearsome dragon, Mythological. Transition to the sun-scorched battlefields of ancient Greece, where phalanxes of hoplites clash amidst a backdrop of crumbling temples and thunderous skies. Lightning illuminates the formidable figure of Ares, his armor gleaming, eyes burning with the fires of war. The music crescendos with a fusion of Norse horns and Greek lyres, creating an atmosphere charged with anticipation. Greetings, esteemed scholars of mythology and war enthusiasts alike. Today, we journey beyond the veil of time to explore an unprecedented confrontation. Hela, the enigmatic Norse goddess of death and war, sovereign of the underworld realms of Niflheim and Helheim, versus Ares, the indomitable Greek god of war, the very personification of battle's brutal essence. Two deities from distinct pantheons, each wielding immense power and commanding vast legions. In this epic analysis, we delve deep into ancient texts, iconography, and historical contexts to answer the burning question: in a clash of such titanic forces, who would reign supreme? Overview of Hela. Hela, or Hel, as referred to in Old Norse texts, occupies a unique and pivotal role in Norse cosmology. Originating from the rich oral traditions of the Viking Age, which spanned approximately from the 8th to the 11th century CE, Hela is the progeny of Loki, a complex figure often labeled a trickster, and the giantess Angerboda. This parentage blends the Aesir, gods, and Jotun, giants, positioning Hela at a crossroads of conflicting powers. As documented in the Prose Edda by Snorri Sturluson, Hela was appointed by Odin to preside over Helheim, where she governs over those who have died from sickness, old age, or trivial means, souls not deemed worthy of Valhalla. Hela's dominion is both vast and profound. Her ability to control life and death extends beyond mere oversight. She can manipulate the very essence of souls. Texts such as the Gylfaginning describe her as having the power to render individuals lifeless with a single touch. Her command over necromancy allows her to raise the Draugr, revenant beings possessing immense strength and knowledge of arcane arts. Moreover, Hela's physical prowess rivals that of the mightiest Norse gods. She possesses superhuman strength, speed, and endurance, enabling her to engage in prolonged combat without fatigue. Her magical abilities include casting illusions, shapeshifting, and even altering the landscape of Helheim to her strategic advantage. One of the most significant narratives involving Hela is the tale of Baldur's death. When Baldur, the god of light and purity, is slain by his blind brother Hor, manipulated by Loki, the gods beseech Hela to release him from Helheim. Hela agrees, but only under the condition that all things in existence weep for Baldur's return, a testament to her unwavering adherence to cosmic laws. The failure of this task cements Baldur's fate and propels the events toward Ragnarok. During Ragnarok, Hela's role intensifies as she unleashes her legions to join the forces of chaos against the gods, highlighting her immense influence on the fate of the cosmos. In modern interpretations, Hela has transcended myth to become a cultural icon. Her depiction in Marvel Comics, debuting in 1964, reimagines her as an antagonist with complex motivations, often clashing with Thor and the heroes of Asgard. The 2017 film, Thor: Ragnarok, presents Hela as the firstborn of Odin and a formidable force seeking rightful rule over Asgard. While these portrayals diverge from original texts, they underscore her enduring appeal and raise intriguing questions about power, legitimacy, and destiny. Overview of Ares. Ares, the Greek god of war, emerges from the ancient Hellenistic traditions dating back to the 8th century BCE. As the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Hera, the queen, Ares holds a paradoxical place in Greek mythology. While he embodies the physicality and violence of war, he is not universally revered among the Olympians or mortals. Classical texts such as Homer's Iliad often portray him as impetuous and bloodthirsty, contrasting sharply with Athena, who represents strategic warfare and wisdom. Ares possesses extraordinary abilities befitting a god. His strength is so immense that he can topple mountains and shatter armies single-handedly. His speed allows him to traverse vast battlefields in mere moments. A master of all martial weapons, swords, spears, shields, Ares is an unparalleled combatant. Furthermore, he has the power to instill rage and desperation in soldiers, amplifying the chaos of conflict. His immortality and regenerative abilities render him virtually indestructible, as wounds that would fell lesser beings heal rapidly. During the Trojan War, Ares sides with the Trojans, driven by personal grievances and affiliations. His confrontations with other gods, notably Athena, highlight his vulnerabilities. In one account, Athena aids the Greek hero Diomedes in wounding Ares with a spear, a rare injury for a god, forcing him to retreat to Olympus. Ares' numerous liaisons, particularly with Aphrodite, create narratives intertwined with themes of love, jealousy, and revenge, as seen in the tale where Hephaestus ensnares them in a net for all gods to witness. In contemporary media, Ares often serves as a symbol of unchecked aggression and the horrors of war. In DC Comics, he is an arch-nemesis of Wonder Woman, embodying the perpetual conflict between war and peace. Video games like God of War reimagine him as a manipulative deity whose actions set the protagonist on a path of vengeance. These interpretations delve into psychological complexities, exploring Ares' motivations and the cyclical nature of violence. Side-by-side comparison. Hela and Ares, while both deities associated with war, originate from different cultural frameworks. Hela's domain is the underworld, a place of rest and reflection, governed by intricate rules and deeply intertwined with concepts of honor and fate. Ares operates within the realm of the living, directly influencing mortal affairs and reveling in the chaos of active warfare. This fundamental difference, death versus conflict, shapes their perspectives and approaches to power. Hela's physical feats include withstanding attacks from Thor and other gods, as well as subduing creatures like Garm, the hellhound guarding Helheim. Her agility and combat skills are honed over centuries, and she can engage multiple opponents simultaneously. Ares' exploits are legendary. He can decimate entire battalions, and stories tell of him lifting entire warships or causing earthquakes with his strikes. Both possess near-limitless stamina, but their fighting styles diverge. Hela employs calculated strikes and leverages her surroundings, whereas Ares embodies relentless onslaught. Hela's necromancy sets her apart. Raising the dead not only increases her forces but also demoralizes foes. She can drain life force, cast powerful enchantments, and even manipulate shadows as weapons or shields. Ares' ability to incite rage and fear is a psychological weapon. By influencing emotions, he can sow discord within enemy ranks, leading to self-destruction. Additionally, Ares can summon berserker warriors, mortals imbued with his essence, augmenting his army's effectiveness. Hela wields the Night Sword, a weapon shrouded in mystery. Legends suggest it can sever souls or cut through any material, reflecting her dominion over life and death. Her cloak, known as the Hellcape, grants invisibility or intangibility in some accounts, though interpretations vary. Ares is equipped with weapons forged by Hephaestus, each bearing enchantments. His spear, Spear of Ares, is said to never miss its target, and his shield can withstand any attack, symbolizing his role as both aggressor and defender in war. Hypothetical battle scenario. Envision a convergence point, a nexus where the barriers between Norse and Greek mythologies converge. An ethereal battlefield emerges, strewn with relics from both cultures, shattered Greek columns entwined with Yggdrasil's roots, rivers flowing with mead and nectar. Time stands still in this realm, allowing both deities to exert their full power uninhibited by external constraints. The air crackles as Hela and Ares face each other. Hela's gaze is icy, her demeanor composed. She extends her hand, summoning an army of Draugr, their eyes glowing with unearthly light. In response, Ares lets out a thunderous roar that shakes the very foundations of the realm. From the shadows emerge berserker warriors and spectral hoplites, their weapons gleaming. The armies charge, and the clash of steel reverberates like a storm. Amidst the chaos, the two gods engage directly. Hela's night sword slices through the air, creating rifts that unleash torrents of dark energy. Ares counters with his spear, each thrust accompanied by eruptions of flame. They exchange blows at blinding speeds, their movements a blur. Hela manipulates the shadows to entangle Ares, but he breaks free with sheer force, the ground quaking beneath him. Hela attempts to bind Ares' soul, invoking ancient spells from the Galdrabok, a grimoire of Norse magic. But Ares' willpower resists, fueled by the collective rage of countless wars. Ares, sensing an opportunity, channels the emotional turmoil of the battlefield to weaken Hela's concentration. He wounds her, a rare occurrence, but the blood that falls transforms into spectral warriors fighting for her. The battlefield becomes a chessboard of strategy versus sheer might. The battle could sway in favor of Hela if she exploits Ares' impatience, luring him into traps where his strength becomes a liability. Alternatively, Ares might seize victory by severing Hela's connection to Helheim, perhaps by destroying her cloak or anchoring her away from her realm. The confrontation epitomizes the timeless struggle between cunning and brute force, with the outcome hinging on who adapts more effectively to the evolving dynamics. Cultural and symbolic analysis. Hela and Ares embody contrasting facets of war and its repercussions. Hela represents the inevitability of death and the somber reflection following conflict. Her realm is a mirror to society's fears and acceptance of mortality. Ares symbolizes the visceral experience of war, the adrenaline, bloodshed, and the intoxicating lure of power. Together, they illustrate the full spectrum of war's impact on both the individual and collective consciousness. Hela's stoicism and adherence to cosmic order reflect a deep understanding of balance and consequence. She navigates her role with a sense of duty, devoid of unnecessary emotion. Ares' disposition is impulsive and passionate, often clouded by his desire for glory. His actions stem from a need for recognition and validation, exposing vulnerabilities beneath his formidable exterior. This psychological dichotomy offers a rich exploration of leadership, responsibility, and the human psyche in warfare. Their influences on humanity are profound yet distinct. Hela's existence reinforces the Norse ethos of living honorably and facing death with dignity. Her realm serves as both a deterrent and a destination, shaping societal values around courage and legacy. Ares directly impacts mortal realms by instigating wars, affecting the course of history. His presence reflects the ancient Greek understanding of war as an inevitable aspect of human existence, to be both revered and feared. Mythological significance. Hela's position within the Norse pantheon is complex. She operates on the periphery, yet her role is indispensable. As the gatekeeper of the dead, she ensures the equilibrium of souls, a function that even the gods cannot supersede without dire consequences. Ares, while an Olympian, is often isolated due to his temperament. His relationships are fraught with tension, especially with Athena and Zeus, highlighting internal conflicts among the gods and offering insights into Greek societal attitudes toward warfare and aggression. The narratives involving Hela convey themes of inevitability and respect for the natural order. They underscore the futility of resisting fate and the importance of personal honor. Ares' stories serve as cautionary tales about the perils of pride, recklessness, and unchecked emotion. They illustrate the destructive potential of war when driven by self-interest rather than collective well-being. Both deities, through their tales, provide enduring lessons on the human condition and the consequences of our choices. Modern interpretations and fan perspectives. In literature, film, and gaming, Hela and Ares have been reimagined to reflect contemporary themes. Authors like Neil Gaiman have explored Norse myths with fresh perspectives, while franchises like Percy Jackson introduce Greek gods to new generations. Video games like Smite allow players to embody these deities, highlighting their abilities and lore. These adaptations often blend historical accuracy with creative liberties, sparking discussions on mythological authenticity versus artistic expression. Among enthusiasts, debates about a hypothetical Hela versus Ares showdown are both passionate and intricate. Forums dissect textual evidence from sources like the Saga of the Volsungs and Hesiod's Theogony, analyzing feats, limitations, and contextual factors. Polls across platforms such as Reddit and specialized mythological communities often reflect a near-even split, with arguments considering not just raw power but also strategic acumen and the influence of cultural narratives. Conclusion. In our comprehensive exploration, we've delved into the depths of Hela's and Ares mythologies, contrasting their origins, abilities, and impacts on their respective cultures. The hypothetical battle scenario illuminated the multifaceted nature of their powers and the complexities inherent in cross-pantheon comparisons. Through cultural and symbolic analyses, we uncovered the profound reflections these deities offer on war, death, and human psychology. While it's tempting to declare a definitive victor, such an outcome oversimplifies the rich tapestry of myths and the lessons they impart. The real value lies in the exploration itself, the understanding of how ancient societies grappled with concepts of power, mortality, and ethics. By engaging with these narratives, we not only honor the legacy of these storied deities but also gain insights into our own contemporary struggles and aspirations. Call to action. Now, we invite you, our learned audience, to join the discourse. Who do you believe would triumph in this epic duel of divine powers, Hela or Ares? Share your analyses, references, and perspectives in the comments below. Let's continue unraveling the threads of these ancient tales together. If this deep dive into mythological warfare intrigued you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support fuels our quest to explore the hidden corners of world mythology. Don't miss our next episode, where we'll examine the cunning strategies of Odysseus versus the heroism of Beowulf, a meeting of minds and might. Credits and acknowledgements. Thank you for accompanying us on this intellectual odyssey through myth and legend. Your engagement enriches our collective journey into understanding the past. Special acknowledgement to the scholars whose translations of ancient texts provided invaluable insights. Gratitude to artists and composers who have kept these myths alive through their creative works. All images and music are used under fair use for educational purposes, with credits to the original creators.